I'm done. I am so happy with how this turned out. So let me show you around. I mean, it's a tiny room. I could do a circle and show you around, but let me show you what I've done. I found this little table at a thrift store for $7.99, so I'm giving it a little makeover with some peel and stick contact paper. I found this Pier 1 curtain panel at Goodwill for $6.99, and I'm using it to disguise our hot water heater. And I'm using some magnets to stick it to the hot water heater. This is another Goodwill find. I think it was $3.99, and we don't have any other place in our laundry room for our iron and ironing board, so this is going to be perfect. I'm adding my collection of vintage dry cleaning hangers to the shelves, along with some other both decor and items that we use. I'm placing that little shelf that I made over in the corner to hold our detergent and some containers with supplies, and our laundry basket will go on the top. So as you saw from the last video, I put down penny tiles with the little black flower pattern, which almost killed me. Go back and watch that video if you didn't see it. But it was worth it, I think. It is so beautiful in here. So bright. It's just turned out great. So let's come on in. We scored a pedestal set for our washer and dryer on Facebook Marketplace for $50, which is a great buy because these are, well, at least the ones I saw online were a couple hundred for a pair. So got those in here, and I found this little table at the thrift store, just a small little local thrift store, for $7.99, and it works perfect to store our detergent on the bottom shelf. These little gray bins that I found, they have lids, which is nice. I found those at HomeGoods. And so on the top we put our laundry basket, and here I managed to squeeze in one of these expandable accordion drying racks. I had one of these in my other house and used it all the time. And I put one in Tobin's laundry room when I redid his at his old house. They are great. You would be shocked at how much these hold. I could fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of wet jeans on here, and it doesn't even budge. It holds them great. So I use this all the time, and this was the only spot this would go. So we've got that there. Fixed up this light, which I will put a picture of what these lights, they were all over in the basement, what they looked like. I left this one gold. I just cleaned it and bought a new globe for it. So this is great. Before, there was a bank of cabinets here with doors on the front, and you could not open this cabinet door without smacking the light. And so either you're going to break this eventually, or you just can't use that. You can't open that door all the way. So we just took them down. I put up open shelving, which these boards were what was in the cabinets before. They were the shelves that were in the cabinets. So I repurposed those, and I covered them with they were just plywood, so they weren't that great wood. So I covered them with leftover butcher block contact paper that I used up in our kitchen. And then this trim was actually the door trim, because we removed the door in between the laundry room and the little bathroom that's down here, and we put a sliding door, which I'll show you in a minute. But anyway, this was the old door, part of the old door casing, and I liked the rustic look of it. You know, you can see the old nail holes. There's some marks on it. I thought it was cool, so I left it like that. I like the rustic touch it gives. I've got my dryer balls that we use. This little funny little planter I found at the thrift store, probably $1.99, and I filled it with wrinkle release, bleach stain pens, some lint rollers. Back there is part of my collection of old dry cleaning hangers. I couldn't bear to get rid of them, and so I just hung them back there, and I think they look cool, and I can switch them out. You know, I could put the green one in the back if I get tired of it, and there's also some over here. I am getting rid of 2 of them. Check my Etsy shop if you are interested. I kept the ones that I loved the most. This little laundry angel, she's from the Boyd's Bears collection. I found her at a thrift store years ago, and I've always loved her. So she sits on this old scrub brush. She's my laundry angel. I put a little lamp down here. This lamp was in Tobin's laundry room before. It's so sunny out, we don't need it right now. This old glass jar is just decorative. It has clothespins in it, old clothespins. This has dryer sheets, which we don't really use these anymore because apparently they're bad for the environment, but I have some still, so I put them in there. I mean, we'll probably use them up eventually. I have just a basket up here on the top of the dryer. It's just decorative. This has random stuff in it. This is the dryer ball I'm using right now. It's got a towel in it and face masks on the bottom. Up on the top shelf, I have our bleach and the fabric softener. Cute little wooden hello sign that I found at the thrift store. 2 baskets, which these are from Target, Opal House, but I found these at the thrift store. So, I use the small one, like when I find change in pockets or weird random things, I just throw them in there and then clean it out occasionally. Over here, I put my vintage open sign, which I almost got rid of this. I actually think I had this for sale when we had our big combining household sale, and it didn't sell, so I'm happy. I may have priced it high on purpose so it wouldn't sell, but you never know. Some people did buy some pretty expensive things at our sale. Anyway, I hung this in here. It seems appropriate for a laundry room. The laundry room is always open. This down here, Guide to Procedures. I like this. I found this at the thrift store. I believe it was originally from Hobby Lobby. And I don't know if you know this. I did not know this, but clothing tags have these little symbols on them. And they actually mean something. Who knew? So anyway, now I have this guide and I can look it up if my shirt has one of these tags in it. I put this little vintage stool that I found at the thrift store because even though I'm tall, I could reach this top shelf, but the washing machine sticks out, so it's a stretch. So I put this little stool so that I can reach the bleach and the fabric softener when I need it. I put this cute little plant up here because this is such a great window for plants and it gets awesome light, as you can see. I chose to leave the door the natural color, and I just added new hardware. You would be amazed at what just cleaning this door did. I mean, it was a complete different color. I should have taken a before and after, but I didn't. It was darker, and I just used Clorox with bleach spray stuff. And I sprayed it down and wiped it down with a rag, and I was like, whoa, it's a completely different color now. Anyway, I like it because I'm bringing in I've got the wood shelves and now the wood door, and then here you can see our sliding door that we added, which I made this out of the original hollow core door that was between this bathroom and our laundry room. It turned out great. Hollow core doors can be dressed up so much. I mean, so this is one example. I used this to make the sliding door. And then this is a hollow core door. I've been doing this to the doors in our house, adding trim. It's an inexpensive way to make the door look more expensive. So I added new hardware doorknobs and hinges to the doors. Here also hinges. And this is the sliding door hardware. I got this on Amazon. I had to have this one because the space in between the top of the door frame and the ceiling, this is in our basement, so these ceilings are very low, and there wasn't enough space for your regular sliding door hardware to fit. So I got the kind that mounts to the ceiling. We figured it out and it works great, but I'll link to this because it'll work it's the only one I could find, and it will work if you need this kind of setup, but just be prepared. It was a bitch. The directions were awful. it just was hard to figure out. Thank God I have Tobin with his engineer mind, because I never would have figured it out. Anyway, in the end, it looks great. And we have this nice sliding door now. So, I slid it a little too far. Like I said, it was the original hollow core door, so I did have to add some wood on the sides to kind of beef it up a little, because, you know, a normal door fits inside the frame, and we now need this to sit outside the frame a little. So there was a gap, so I just added some wood around the edge of the door and added my little design. And what else can I say about this? Hollow core doors are great for something like this. They're lightweight, but they have solid wood across the top. Not this piece, but I added this, but inside the door, inside a hollow core door. Here, let me go to this one. Inside this hollow core door up here is a piece probably about that thick. That's the frame, and so it's solid wood. So you can, I could even shorten this door if I needed to, just saw it off and it would be fine. There's also all around the edge there's an interior frame, and then inside there'll be like maybe some pieces that go across here, and then it's hollow, which is why they call them hollow core. But anyway, my point is you can do things with these doors, like make sliding doors that are super cool. The door that was here originally, it opened in, and it was just very awkward going in and out of the bathroom. So I still need to put a transition strip to cover the gap between those two floors. This is how I chose to disguise the hot water heater. I did this in my last house. And before you freak out and tell me, oh my God, you can't have fabric on your water heater. Yes, you can. This is not a gas water heater. It does not get hot to the touch. It's insulated inside. It's fine. I used magnets. I folded the fabric over and I used magnets inside. So it's just the fabric is held on with magnets. And because this thing's ugly. I don't like it. I like pretty things. I mean, so look, you've got this ugly pan, which someone got paint on, not me. And the drain is ugly. The hot water heater has, you know, leftover tape residue on it. It's just ugly. So this is a shower curtain that I got at Goodwill. And so I just folded, I don't know if you saw that. Here's the top of it. I guess it's a curtain, not a shower curtain. Could be a shower curtain. But anyway, it's one of these normal curtains. I just folded it over, put the magnets inside at the top here, and dressed up our hot water heater. Let me move this and show you the back here. Now that I pulled on it, it messed it up a little. Anyway, there we go. I think it looks great. I hung my two little vintage dry cleaning hangers because I like, there's actually 4 there, but I like the labels on these 2. I'm trying really hard not to overwhelm the space. I am a maximalist, not a minimalist. So I have things that I love and I want them around me, but I also don't want to overcrowd the room. So I try, it's a struggle. It's a constant struggle, and I try really hard. But anyway, I didn't want to get rid of these. I don't know why. I love them. So I hung them up. I think the graphics are cool. Anyway, and they fit in the laundry room. I've got a couple of decorative things up here. You know, an old brush, laundry brush, a couple of them. On the back of the door, I found this ironing board and iron holder at Goodwill, and it just fits over the door. Works great. I did, a couple years ago, I dressed up my ironing board because it was displayed. It was very visible in my last laundry room. And so I got this nice cover on Amazon for it. The door won't stay open all the way, so I put this little doorstop that I made. What else? That's it. That's our laundry room. I'm so happy with this room. It just feels so nice and bright. I will share some before pictures so you can see what we were working with before. I mean, I didn't even want to come in here. It was terrible. Nobody likes to do laundry, or at least I don't know anybody who likes to do laundry, but this room now makes it so much nicer to come in here. I have room for everything. The floor is nice. I don't worry about